Well, are you sure? After all, you're no spring chicken. That was the very first thing my neighbor said to me when I told her I was pregnant. Can you believe it? I guess she just didn't believe me. I won't hold it against her. After all, she has been just a tad bit cranky since she discovered that scorpion in her girdle drawer. Maybe she just didn't realize what a miracle this was for me. Zachariah and I had tried our entire lives to have a child. Instead, we watched other parents laugh and play with their children. My hair had turned completely gray, and Zachariah's had turned loose, and we had given up all hope. But I should have remembered that nothing is impossible with God. He delights in making life in impossibly barren places. And if that wasn't enough good news, this child, our son, would be used by God to prepare our people for the coming of the Messiah. It was too much a gift to be real. Then reality sank in. How would we train up a child for a job like this? But God had even those details covered. When I was 6 months along, my young cousin Mary came for a visit. She had no sooner said hello that my unborn son jumped and flipped inside of me. God opened my eyes to clearly see that this young girl standing in our home was also with child. His name would be called Wonderful Counselor, Almighty God, Everlasting Father, and Prince of Peace. 9 months later, we got the news from Bethlehem. And I looked over at Zachariah, holding our own miracle child. And it was at that moment that, I had a God moment. You know, the kind. I realized that God just had a different plan. He hadn't forgotten me. He made life in my barren places. And He told us that He would never leave us alone again.